If you focus on just these three things, you can manifest anything you want into your reality. And those three things are be, do, and have. So let's get a quick motivational, inspirational, and dedicational to being the version that you want with all the things that you can manifest in your reality with me, Ventzi, your divine feminine empowerment and spiritual awakening coach. Let's get it. So what are these three things? These are all three different vibrations: being, having, and doing. Right? So let's start with the lowest one, having. I need to have this. I want this. What is that implying? That you don't have it. Vibration of lack. And here's the thing about law of attraction. If you're trying to manifest something, you're already incorporating the vibration of lack, that you don't already have it. And think about manifesting for a second. It's very similar to manipulation. You ever have somebody come to you and they're like, hey, could you just do this? Or I want you to do that. Or you're like your mom or dad or someone nags you to do something. And what's your response? Typically it's all like I don't want to do that. I'm not listening to you. Like, I'm going to revolt. Right? I'm going to rebel. I don't think revolt was the right word. Maybe. Either way, manipulation and manifestation. In a way, you're trying to manipulate the universe to give you what you want. And if you're doing that, it's going to rebel. It's the backwards law. I forgot who wrote about that or talked about it. And it was an Aaron Dowdy video. He mentioned the backwards law. And it's essentially like the more you want something, the more you're not going to have it. You're just repelling it. Right? Because you're actually incorporating that vibration of how you feel. Because you're trying to do it because you don't have it. So having means lacking. Right? So what is doing? Doing is now taking action. Aligned action. Even if you are taking aligned action to the version that you want to be. Right? So let's just say you're starting a YouTube journey. You want to create content of any kind. Doing is part of the process. Taking action, right? You're not going to sit on your couch all day and be like, can I get a hot tub? There's some doing that needs to happen. And yes, like all good journeys, there's might be a little bit more doing in the beginning. So you start building momentum and it starts to build the investment that it becomes. And then you birth into this reality, right? So doing is also implying like, yeah, you are going to have to learn how to edit videos. It might be teeth grinding for a bit. It was for me. Actually, well, a little bit, because I started like on the app on the phone, then I gradually switched to the computer, and then and the thing is, it became exponential, right? And I committed to making a video a day, every day, for a year. And thus far, I mean, this editing skills are getting a little crazy. Just kidding. They're getting really simple, right? And I started refining my process to make it easy for myself. And I'm starting to consider hiring an editor so I can just make more content. Right? I kind of enjoy the editing part though. It's a little fun sometimes. Either way, doing. Right? Now that you're taking action, you're doing. Now the difference between being that version, let's say I am the YouTuber that has 10 million subscribers, right? Being that version, simply just hit record and go off. Kind of like I'm doing right now. I actually embodied the version of me of just being and creating this content. I got a little bit of an inspiration on a video, took and gathered all the stuff that I've created during my last 210 videos that I've made. This might be 210. And I just am able to regurgitate it all and put it together into something more beautiful as I birth it all into existence here and now. Right? 210 videos in, it's a lot of information I've gained. Even watching Abraham Hicks for 2-3 years, almost every single day. Watched a lot of Bashar channelings. So I'm able to put the pieces together for the people that it will resonate with. And part of the process, I develop and grow too. So the being is just me of letting go of all that resistant thought, because at this point, I just actually enjoyed making the video. Before it was like, oh yeah, I want to help all these people, and I do, right? And it's like, I want to do this really fast, and I've seen a couple of anomalies of people talking about the universe and stuff, and they blew up to like 1 million followers, or not 1 million followers, 1 million views, and like 30,000 followers like overnight. And like, okay, like, I was like, oh, that's possible. And then I realized, well, my journey is like, had I blown up earlier on, I would not be making this video. My journey would have been a lot different, because there would have been a lot more pressure on me, a lot more pressure to create that exact type of content, or I wouldn't evolve and expand the way I was meant to. So once I let go of the resistant thought, I just realized I am this version now. And I'm still expanding and developing as I go with a lot less resistance. By the way, that channel, great person. I'm not going to name the channel, although I watched some of his recent stuff, and like, although he has like, 30, 40,000 subscribers, he's like fell off. His content's kind of just dropped down a lot. I don't mean to like bad talk it or anything. I just see the reaction is you get all this hype, and then your journey becomes like a lot of pressure, and it's very difficult to create that exact same amount of piece of content to give it to the people that want that. So, because part of it is like you get to also find out who you are in the process and develop, right? So the people that like that piece of content aren't necessarily going to like his new stuff. Just an example, right? So the whole point is to make it an end of itself value, because you're just being. You're doing it because you want to, not because of what it's going to get you. And at this point, just who I've become through this journey, I paid for a course to teach me this, and a coaching course, and I've done a lot of studying. However, just through the making the content itself, I couldn't pay someone to do that for me, because I had to do it. Right? I had to do the doing. And this is the version of me that I wanted to be able to flow like this and make like 0 edits. And I had a lot of weird, interesting, divine interventions happen, like CapCut deciding to not load my videos and taking like forever for me to make one edit for some weird reason. And then it solved itself. Well, actually, not exactly. After I got new equipment and a camera and this stuff, all of a sudden it solved itself. Because I think the video, like the way it was created through my iPhone, wasn't really working out anymore. Either way, I realized I have no choice but to make in the flow videos with 0 edits. So I just let go, and I was just like, F it. I'm just going to talk about what I felt like, get a little bit of inspiration, and go. And those iPhone videos, I barely made any edits on. I started making like 10, 15-minute long videos before I'd like chop it up and like, go crazy, go ham sandwich on it. However, that part of that little bump in the road was created for me to make more content easily, right? So the doing part, right? The having, I want it. If you can recognize where you are in your journey, is like, where are you? Are you wanting? Okay. What is it going to take for you to start doing? And then from doing, you eventually shift into just being that version. There are some stuff you got to learn, like editing, how to edit videos, editing, how to edit videos. You're going to watch YouTube videos on how to make YouTube videos. It's part of the journey, right? So envision that person that you want to be, what it's like to have and be and do and wake up every single day, and what your day looks like as that version. Know that you're going to get there eventually, or you're going to give up. So step through from what you want, the having, right? You want something. What's it going to take for you to start doing? Start writing a list, like 20 things of what you believe is going to start that you need to start doing. Maybe create a YouTube channel, email and everything, right? Like actually create the channel itself, get the name and all that set up. And then just tackle that list each and every day. Just pick like, hey, what on this list do I want to do now that'll, eventually get me to being there, right? Because you'll get there eventually or you'll give up. So taking aligned action with that list in alignment to the version of you that you want to be. It's just like, you go chop at a tree like 3 times a day, like 5 chops a day for like a year. I mean, you may knock down the whole tree. So consistency and letting things be imperfect on your journey, because you will improve. As you get better, things get easier. Okay, so remember, where are you on your journey on this 3-step process? Are you being the version that you want to be? You're just showing up and doing it and having fun and enjoying the process? Right? And I mean, I'm not gonna lie to myself. Sometimes editing videos is kind of like, I don't really want to. Right? My goal is to finish the whole video throughout the day and like from start to finish, including editing. Except the last couple days I backed up on like 5 videos because I wanted to play League of Legends more and just like kind of relax. And I did the process for somewhat editing them, and then I just kind of left them back. Like I just needed to add music or visuals and all that stuff. Except I didn't fall behind too much. I was able to sustainably be able to pick back up from where I left off. And because I've done so much of it, I literally have let go of the pressure. Before I'd be like, oh crap, I'm backed up. I have so many videos to finish, and I would start to like put all this pressure and freak out. And there would be times where I'd stay up for like 4 or 5 hours before past my bedtime till like 3, 4 a.m. editing like 6, 7 videos. Just a couple times I've done that actually. Just because I was like, I don't want to edit videos today. Well, okay, then don't. But believe me, those days that you stay up for 5, 6, whatever hours it takes to finish all 8 videos, you're going to evolve on a level you literally will not believe is possible. Because you do that once or twice, believe me, editing videos, just 1 video a day becomes nothing. Process, baby. Right? Focus on making in the flow of videos, eventually you get there. Pew, 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 pew. Editing skills go crazy. I actually forgot this piece is the manipulation part. Because once you start being this version, you're no longer manipulating the universe. You're no longer trying to manifest. You just are. And if you are this version, what do you think you're attracting to you? Everything that is in alignment with that version that you are being. So are you being the version of you that hates editing videos? Or are you the version of you that's already went through the process and you can let go of the resistance and you're not going to stress out or pressure yourself because you know it gets done in the end? Just an example. All right. Either back to the show or we're done with this video. Peace. Hope this assisted you on your journey today. Find out where you are. Create the version of you that you want to be. Create the list of what you need to start doing and find out what you want. And from what you want, just reverse engineer it. Oh, actually, you start from where you want to be, then you reverse engineer it, and then you just, it's kind of back. I don't know. You'll figure it out. Much love. Love and light vibration out. Have a wonderful, magnificent, transformative, alchemizing day. Beautiful soul. Bye.